Hello dear friends, I am Aditi from Aditi Storyteller channel. So today I am going to tell you the birth of Swami Vivekananda by a boon from Shiva. Calcutta is a big city. One of its localities is Shimla. It was 100 years ago. Bhuvaneshwari was worshipping Lord Shiva in one of the houses in the locality. At the close of her worship, she prayed to Lord Shiva every day while offering pranam. Oh Shiva, give me a son on my lap. She had a few daughters already, but how could she live without a son? So she offered daily worship to Shiva for a son. She had even asked one of her old relatives at Benares to offer daily worship to Vireshwar Shiva there on her behalf. God heeds to whatever is asked of him with devotion in a simple heart. Bhuvaneshwari's prayers was also granted. In the early morning of January 12, 1863, she gave birth to a son. It was the last day of Posh. Women of the locality went out to take a dip in the holy Ganges. Having heard the sound of the conch shell being blown, they all rushed to the house of Bhuvaneshwari to see the sun. This son later grew as the world-famous Swami Vivekananda. His father was Vishwanath. He was a lawyer and had a princely practice. He spent liberally too. His house bustled with servants and carriages. He also gave away a lot of charity. Many a person was supported by him. Vishwanath's father, Charan Datta, left home soon after his son's birth. He became monk and never did return home thereafter. So, now I am going to tell you the story of how Vivekananda got his name as Billy. The child was named Vireshwara after Vireshwara Shiva, as his mother believed that she was granted her son as a boon from the Lord. But the name was too difficult to be used as a nickname. So, everybody in the house used to call him as Billy. He was named Narendranath Datta at the Annaprasanna ceremony. But still he remained the same Billy for all. In his childhood, Billy was awfully naughty. Oh, what an unbridled naughtiness! His mother and sisters had a tough time to tame him. Whenever his elder sisters chased him, the lad would run and stand on the open sewer. Clever Billy knew it well that his sisters won't come there, as otherwise they will have to take another bath. Sometimes the boy would get furious in anger. He turned irascible at times and he smashed whatever was within his reach. What a boy! His mother often said with a smile, I prayed for a son to Lord Shiva. He did not turn up himself, but has sent instead one of his 8 ghosts. Bhuvaneshwari found a novel way to quiet her son. Whenever Billy turned unmanageable or angry, she would pour a few pots of water on his head while whispering the holy name of Shiva. This would have a miraculous sobering effect on Billy. He quieted instantly. Sometimes she would say, Shiva won't allow you anymore to Kailash if you be such a naughty boy. It also worked. Now I am going to tell you the story of how Billy used to play the game of meditation. Everyone is prone to play various games In childhood, Billy too had played many a game. At times, he would hang his body upside down from a tree with his feet locked with one of the branches and used to remain gaily in that position. Often, with companions, he used to play mimicking a king and his court. In this game, Billy was sure to take the role of the king. Again, at times, he would play the game of meditation. Look at the picture where Billy is seated erect in a meditative posture with his eyes closed and hands placed on his lap. A slip of a boy resembling of Lord Buddha. That is the right posture to meditate and to pray to God with a single-minded devotion. Billy sat in that posture for quite a long time without moving a bit or opening his eyes. And that was only sitting quietly. His mind was also lost in meditation. He was then totally unaware of the outside world. Once, Billy and his playmates were mimicking meditation as a game. However, the other mates would hardly keep their eyes closed as long as Billy could. So they opened their eyes at times to have a look around and they closed it again after a while. Suddenly, a cobra crept into the room. Having seen the dreaded snake, the other mates fled in fear. They cried out from a distance outside, "Oh, Billy, flee out!" But Billy remained motionless with his eyes closed, unaware of the external world. He could not even hear the call of his friends. The snake, however, went away a little later without causing harm. Now we are going to hear the story of the kindness of Billy. Some people are kind by nature from their very infancy. Whenever they come across men in distress, they try sincerely to redress. Billy was one like them. A number of needy persons like homeless and the monks used to visit their houses for alms most every day. When a beggar came, Billy would give him liberally whatever he could lay his hand on. He did not care to weigh whether the gift was cheap or costly. Evidently, his mother was put to considerable embarrassment. How could she run the family if her son was in the habit of giving away all the household items? It was of no use to forbidden Billy. At long last, his mother was fed up and confined the boy to a first-floor room, the door of which was bolted from outside. She was complacent that Billy was given proper lesson this time. But was it that easy to restrain a boy like Billy? The room was a roadside one. Billy stood near the window. A beggar appeared on the street below. No sooner that he begged than Billy was moved by the need of the man. He was anxious to give him something, but what could he offer? Then he took a searching around his place and spotted an unlocked box containing a few of his mother's saris. He opened the box, took out a few valuable saris and dropped those down to the beggar through the window. The beggar was overjoyed to see such kindness in so a little boy. If one is not given since childhood to care for others, can one ever become great or a saint in later years? So, from this story, we learn that we should always help needy people. The end. I hope you like the story and please like and subscribe to our channel to watch new videos every day. Goodbye.